So Kingdom Hearts, where do I start with this one? Of course, we're going to start with the story, guys, because we have to. Of course, this story starts off after Kingdom Hearts 3D and a little bit after 2.8, where you see some things from 2.8. And I have to say, without a shadow of a doubt, if the story is good, well, what the? Tetsuya Nomura? What are you doing here? Well, I am here to tell you that your game that you bought with your money is fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed the very long wait playing that game. I hope you enjoyed it 100%. What the? Oh, okay. Hi. It's Tetsuya Nomura. Anywho, ignoring that guy for a second, I would like to say that this game truly answers a lot of the questions that the Kingdom Hearts fanbase has had.
Popped out of nowhere! We gotta call the CDA. Oh yeah! A code 835!
For years, a lot of the questions are answered.
It's cold! Hey, Donald, give me a coat!
But there is a caveat to that. A lot of the questions are answered in the last hour of the game. This game has 95% of the game pointless. Why? Because we wanted to make the last hour important. So we decided to put all the important stuff after you beat all the planets. Do you understand why? What do you mean?
Why?
Okay, guy. Okay. So seriously, let's be realistic. The point of Kingdom Hearts, story-wise, was to fuse Final Fantasy and Disney. The fact that there are single-handedly no Final Fantasy characters truly makes this a marvel in what the hell is going on and why is this game right now. I've never been so completely upset with a game in my life not having Sephiroth as a secret boss. And I was one of the people that said I didn't want him, but man, I wish he was the secret boss in this game. At least I would have had a challenge by the time I was done with the game. Sephiroth was not a challenge. Oh, Sephiroth was a challenge until you got the final mix version. Then you got the, limit form, but it's neither here nor there. We really wanted the story to be very adequate to everything in the story. Okay. So you, as the fans, can be happy. Makes sense. So, while the story has slight issues in certain parts, it does like to take itself too seriously in other places. It also frustrates me that a lot of people on the Xbox genuinely can't get the whole story as a whole. Because the Xbox people could not understand the comprehension of the past games. So we decided to make the new game the only game that they could play and actually truly grasp and comprehend fully.
Why?
Hey, you heard it from the man himself. Whatever. But, yes. At the end of the day, while the story, and only hardcore fans will know the whole story, if anybody is not really a hardcore fan, it's really hard to gauge the whole story. Gus. It's really hard to gauge the whole story because the whole story really isn't there. And it's really bad when by the end of the game, you have more questions than answers. A lot more questions. Hell, some of the stuff doesn't even make any sense. Tetsuya.
Yes?
How come you never double check your fucking writing? Well, it's because if I double check the writing won't cause mystery for a lot of people. Hence why I retcon only one Keyblade with to multiple Keyblade with us. Do you get it? Whatever. Whatever. Anywho, at the end of the day, while the story started off strong and then had a weak middle, which is again 95% of the game, and it ended with a very, very good last hour, it really, really didn't mean anything by the end of the game, where I'm going, what the fuck? Why? Hell, even the secret ending was bad compared to the other ones. I'd rather have the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 2 again. Come on. Why would you want that type of secret ending that actually had a full animated fight inside of it when you could just have nothing? We drew a helipad on it. You should at least like the helipad. Go ahead, take it away, Tetsuya. Take it away. Okay, E4. I guess you have to be the one to kind of bunch everything together in this mess of a review, because this is not the bad review. This game is not the bad game. It is the excellent game. You should automatically be praising this game.
Thank you for that awesome segue, Wildfang. Thank you for that. So guys, the game Kingdom Hearts 3 finally has come out. And you know what? I'm not even gonna do this. I was not as excited playing this game. I mean, I actually waited to play this game after to beat it, because I kind of was a little bit disappointed. But whatever, 13 years, this shit's done. Alright, what I'm going to talk about with Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to talk about gameplay, and I'm going to talk about the design of the game, meaning the look. So I'll start off with the look of the game. By the way, this is E4, and if you guys are wondering why you can hear me and not see me, it's because I hate people. Get used to it. Anyway, so the design of this game for Kingdom Hearts 3, it uses the Unreal Engine 4. I will actually say that this actually did this game really good justice. This game looks fantastic, really clean design, really crisp. There was, of course, moments in the time where, you know, their lips didn't match to what they're saying, but it can't be 100% perfect. But I will say that this engine actually did really good for a game like Kingdom Hearts 3. Especially with, you know, some of the Disney products and the Disney, you know, things that was about it. Going to Tangled, going to the different worlds, going into space with the gummy ship. Everything just looked really, really fantastic. Unreal Engine 4, I would happen to say it's actually, it's half and half. Some people actually like it, some people don't. Not too many games and things like that that I would have said that, at least that on my end, that I've played that caused much of a problem with it. There have been games. There's a game, Biomutant. It's gonna be having it's an open world RPG, Unreal Engine 4 on that one. Code Vein will also have it. Hellbound, Days Gone, Yoshi's Crafted World. That also will be using the Unreal Engine 4. Crackdown 3 has it. I'm talking about that game. Jump Force also uses Unreal Engine 3. So you can kind of see, also Ace Combat 7. Also, that uses Unreal Engine 4. So you can pretty much see, you know, where I'm going with these. And these games, granted, some of them my name have been shit, but have just looked absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I want to also be talking about the gameplay. Along with the design, so that kind of goes hand in hand with both of them. With the gameplay for this, I think that there were certain elements in this game. I know that this is, you know, the big finale. This ties everything together, even though this game still had more questions, you know, leaving it, but whatever. Fuck you, Tetsuya Nomura. That it tied, you know, the different elements, the Unversed, Nobody's Heartless, it did all that. Flow Motion, which by the way, that sucked. all the magic, the spells, and all that stuff, you know, and they had the attractions, and which really Disney, really you had to sit here and the attractions have to be that we're like going to a Disney World ride. Okay, I'm on a roller coaster and on a nice little carousel, and there's the little teacups. You know, that was pretty fun. I'm pretty surprised I didn't see the little swings in there. Oh wait, no, that's Six Flags. Does Disney World have that? Huh. I should probably go to Disney World sometime in my adult life. Anyway, but there was the build that I built, that I picked for Sora, which was opposite of Wild Fangs. I picked the magic build. So my magic bar was completely all the way up there. My health was some garbage, but whatever. I knew that going in there for magic build. There was times when I literally actually didn't even need to completely swing my Keyblade. Spoilers, whatever, don't care. If you're watching this video anywhere you're listening, you probably already know that there's spoilers in it. The fight with
Stray!
on the Flying Dutchman, that was like the easiest boss battle. I was so disappointed with that, but I literally did not even need to hit this man or swing my Keyblade at all. I literally just used arrow, and water gun on this man. Attraction, his ass to death. And that was it. And I've done that several other times as well. In certain other boss battles, it's a little bit trickier because once they get their health down to a certain degree, then they do like, you know, a combo move or whatever like that. Like it was pretty difficult to do that with the boss in the Kingdom of Corona. So it was kind of difficult for me to do that. I still was able to do water or whatever, or water gun, going with that battle, but it was a little bit tricky and stuff for it. But boss battles like
Stray!
And where was the other one that I was kind of like, oh wow, this is actually not even somewhat that difficult. Oh, as much as I hated this world, though,
Stray!
I got
Stray!
turned into dumb, and Frozen, Arendelle. That boss battle wasn't that difficult. I would probably say the only boss battles that I actually had was a little tricky for me was Toy Story, the toy box, and the Kingdom of Corona. And that was literally only just because they moved around a whole lot. Other than that, I was just using my magic spells. I pretty much arrowed in this whole entire game and then just did all of the attractions. And you can even ask Wild Fang this. I don't know how you're going to ask him that though, but you can even ask Wild Fang this. When I was towards the ending of the game, even when I did one of the attractions, the blaster, did that, came back out of it. It took a good chunk of, I forgot who it was that I was going up against. I think it was
Blares!
It just took like a humongous ass chunk off her health for no apparent reason. But ignoring all that, I will still pretty say though that with the gameplay and stuff like that for it, that at times that this game is completely fucking broken with how they tried to incorporate everything that was in all of the other previous games into one game. I swear to goodness, if they would have put Balloon in this game, it would have just been just would have been done. I would have just been like, you know what, I'm not gonna pick Magic Build because this is just ridiculous. But I still, for what it was worth, for this, like I said, the design of this game was really good. Everything kind of matched. I liked how, like in the other previous Kingdom Hearts games, like especially, you know, Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, because those were on PS2, that those ones didn't have, you know, the little cutscenes and stuff where people was just sitting there talking and it just literally looked like they was just, you know, their mouth was barely even moving, and just those entire scenes was just god awful. I hated those, but everything flowed together really nicely with how you can go from a cutscene and how it's the actual fight, and that's how everything looks the same. So for what it was worth, I did enjoy it. It's a very nice game, nice looking game. I am done. This was E4, and don't forget, I hate people.
If I could, I would like to add something to gameplay, to cut in, to interject here. First of all, I would like to say, because E4 neglected to mention this, that I like the 3 Keyblade system.
No! Thanks!
I also like the fact that you can upgrade with every Keyblade you want. So if you have a Keyblade that you really, really like, you can upgrade it. It is amazing.
Torpedo! Here we go! Back off! See ya!
That's it. And like the gummy ship. The gummy ship is actually okay to fly. Like I actually liked flying around in this game. Other than that, you know, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, where you literally just had to stand in the middle of the screen or a certain corner depending on the mission, where you didn't have to do anything. But regardless, I actually do like them. And I like how all the worlds have a gameplay gimmick specific to each world. Not all worlds play exactly the same.
Light!
And I also want to bring up how easy this game is. This game is so easy, and I played it on the hardest difficulty. The only times I really died, you can even look at a Wildflame playthrough channel, is when the game changed its rules or when something stupid was happening in the game. Literally barely died at any boss or anything like that. Hell, I believe the only boss that really killed me and I was literally paying attention and trying to fight was the secret boss, the Dark Inferno. And it's not really a spoiler because it's just a regular Heartless. Now the music. Now, when I say the music in this game is fantastic, it is some of the best music in the series. It really is. It actually truly takes everything you know about Kingdom Hearts and hype it to a maximum level of excellence. I actually truly like the soundtrack in this game, even from Dearly Beloved to everything in between, except the opening theme song. I really don't like it. It's not good. I don't care what anybody says. Dubstep or whatever the fuck you want to call it in my Kingdom Hearts song doesn't particularly sound right. Why, Namor? Why did you even put that? Because I wanted to make a song that would split the fan base aside, but at the same time be a great song that our fan Skrillex wanted to hear himself. Granted, Skrillex's music sounds like two robots having sex on the conveyor belt while being made at the same time. I hope you enjoyed the music. Hi. Well, you're a weird guy. No, I am not. Christ. Moving on to characters. Now, characters in this game are hit or miss for me. Some characters are really good, like Axel.
Shouldn't you say goodbye to your real home? Why? I'm not here to fight. Relax.
Hey!
You can't eat all this. Why did you buy 3 of them? 1 for Roxas? And 2 for good luck?
I don't know. Because I felt like it, okay? Why are you here?
Got it memorized? Back when we were still friends, we used to sneak into the castle.
Yeah.
And we made a friend there, a girl. We apprenticed to Ansem the Wise to rescue her.
Yeah, and we failed. One day she was just gone.
You gave up.
I did not give up.
One day we're apprentices. The next, Ansem the Wise is up and vanished. The day after, we're nobodies. Day after that, we're doing icky jobs for Xemnas. Well, let me think about it. How about you were never my superior?
Ever the rogue pawn. Knocked from the board early in the game. Utterly useless and forgotten.
Are you kidding? Do you know how popular I am? I got loads of people rooting for me. Sorry, boss. No one axes Axel.
Some characters are really terrible, like Kyrie, which is weird because Kyrie spends 95% of his game in an off-location training, but it doesn't make any sense on how at some point she
Kyrie!
I'm not gonna really spoil it, but she's literally became, with every game that she's in, worse and worse and worse as a character. And it baffles me to no end on why she even...
Kyrie!
Why? Like, why is she even in this game?
Kyrie! Why?
To be completely fucking honest, like I said, Sora is still the worst Keyblade wielder of all time to me. Riku is still the second best Keyblade wielder. Roxas is the best Keyblade wielder of all time. And these are just facts, man. I'm not spoiling nothing. Yeah, seriously, these are just facts. Nomura, can you explain why Sora was the main character by the end of this series? Like, seriously? Because we wanted to create a character that anybody could be seen as. And as we created said character, Sora was the most likely candidate to be a character that everybody wanted to be.
Why? 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 Why?
All right, fantastic. All right, moving on to my final thoughts because I really don't want to be bagging on this game. I waited 12 years and 10 months for this game. 12 years and 10 months for this game. And I've never been as disappointed as I am now to play this game. And I got nowhere. I've never felt such a mix of joy and disappointment to the point where me, myself, by the time I got to the last boss, I was expecting more. I was expecting something better. I was expecting the game to actually be hard on the hardest difficulty. Again, I picked all strength and barely struggled throughout the game. It was to the point where I beat some of the bosses in seconds. Seconds, not minutes, seconds. There's a particular boss on a particular planet that E4 took, I don't know, probably like a minute or two. It took me seconds to beat said boss. Like, come on, with my Keyblade raised the way it was and everything, it wasn't. And to make it even worse, Nomura said there's hundreds of hours worth of content. You said this, Nomura. Remember when you said that?
I do not remember saying something
you said
so disastrously a lie. I remember saying nothing of the sort.
I platinumed the game in 56 hours. It took 56 hours to platinum the game and do everything in the game. I got all the lucky emblems, all the treasures, all the Keyblades, all the records, all the games. Come on, man. It's only like 56. And that's me taking my sweet ass time. For real. I was in the game every day, non-stop. It was just crushing it, man. But it's whatever. That being said, you know how we rate our games here. But I'm gonna be especially fair with this one and say this game is not worth $60. It's not at all. It's, if you're really a Kingdom Hearts fan, you would have to admit this ain't the best game in the series. It's clearly 3D or Birth by Sleep because they actually advanced the fighting style completely. Where you got to customize your whole menu. You know, those are the best games in the series. Where you can just be like, balloon, balloon, cure, 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 whatever. Or in Birth by Sleep's case, magnet, 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 cure, cure, magnet, magnet. I mean, hell, it didn't matter to me, but I've never been so completely disappointed or baffled by a decision in the game in my life, and just the way it ends, it's just like,
Why?
I'm not satisfied. So my final thoughts, it's a wait. Wait for sale or get it discounted. One of those two. I wouldn't buy it at 60. You'd end up being one of the most disappointed people in the world. Kind of like me and E4. We were not completely happy with this. So that being said, go ahead and catch you guys later. Nomura, you have anything else to say, buddy?
The game is the greatest game I've ever created, and I hope everybody plays said game. And I would like for you all to play it and wait another 10 years for my next Kingdom Hearts iteration.
Yeah, okay. I'm out, buddy. I'm out.
Okay, I can't do this.
Can't do this.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back. We are not done this with you. It is not to my liking. Please come back. No? You are my fire, my one desire. What?
Now, get up!